Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the room, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know where you're watching from. Drop your crowns and elephants in the chat and your locations. Let's get our vibes going, get our vibes up. As you know, we love to start the show, and it's been a couple of days since I've started the show with some music. So let's get into some music. TikTok, head on over to one of those platforms. We're live on TheKempire and Kempire Daily. On Facebook, we're live on Twitch and Twitter. Everything's at TheKempire. Links are available in the description of this video. Let me also add the fundraiser to this video as well. Vibe out with me, y'all. We're almost at 34,000 subscribers. Almost at 35. Shout out to my mods that are in the room. Appreciate you all being here. For our weekly recap of Shahs of Sunset and Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the last episode of Shahs. Drop! Damn, don't you miss the club? Oh, I don't really miss the club. I'm not a club person like that, but I miss those moments when you would hit the beat would drop. Let me focus on what I'm doing. Let me add the fundraiser. As you know, we're raising money for Haiti. I would love it if you could donate, share it. We are raising money after their horrific earthquake that hit the country 2 weeks ago. And we're almost at $5,000 raised. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you to everyone that's already supported and donated. Couldn't have done it without you. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. I see you guys. If you would like to become a member of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. How's my sound levels, y'all? Germany's in the house. What's going on? Canada's in the house. Let's go to Vegas. I'm ready. What's going on, Janice? Diana, Dulcinea, Susie. What? Move your body. I don't care if you're sitting down. Move your body. It will change your mood. Drop those crowns and those elephants. We are recapping Shahs of Sunset and the Real Housewives of Potomac. Last night it was a members only chat. Thank you, Lillian, for your generous donation to Hope for Haiti. Appreciate you so much. StreamYard doesn't have it come up here, or I would post it up. Damn it. Anyways, guys, as you know, every week we recap Shahs of Sunset. And finally, the season is over. And I say finally because although the previous seasons, you know, I've been catching up and watching throughout the last couple of months, this season, part two, I don't know if they needed a part two. You guys think that they needed a part two? I don't think they needed a part two. But of course, in part one, we didn't address Reza's issues with MJ. It seems as if those issues were not resolved this season. Tommy wants Reza to get anger management? All right. Well, the top of the episode starts out with, of course, Mike and Destiny still going at it. Honestly, I was bored. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it because at the end of this episode, Mike hugs it out with her. It's that toxic cycle with these friends. They get into it, they hit below the belt, and then they want to try and hug it out and pretend like what they said wasn't horrific. Sorry, Mike. Do you guys think Mike and I should make that a poll? Let me make that a poll. I mean, I could see. Do you think that Mike and Paulina will get married? Paulina was so like backtracking on everything that she was saying. I don't know. I don't know about Paulina. Y'all already know I haven't liked Paulina at all this year. I'm going to just post the poll. I want to see what you guys think. If you're just joining us, like the video. We have already almost 150 people watching. This is our weekly recap of Shahs of Sunset and the Real Housewives of Potomac. Last night we did a members only chat. Tonight it's open for everyone to be a part of the chat. Also, let me post the link to our backstage for our royal court members. You guys get the first access to that as well. If YouTube would allow me to get there, here we are. Let me just post the StreamYard backstage link. I will be taking callers, but royal court members get the first access. They get first access to this. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com or click the join button under the Kempire Daily YouTube video. Let me just post the link here. I know one day I'm just going to post this publicly and everybody and their mom is going to call in. All right, there we go. It's there. Let me see what you guys are saying. What's going on, everyone? I see Diana's in the building, QK's in the building, Beverly's in the building, Nicole's in the building, Acasio's in the building, Tawanda Don's in the building, Drama's in the building, R. Wilson's in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So back to Shahs of Sunset reunion part 2, hosted by Andy Cohen. Bravo. New host for next season. Thank you. Asa. Bring back Asa. No. She's too close to the group. She's too close to the group. Do you guys want to see Asa come back? Some of you said that you want to see Asa come back. And why wasn't London at this reunion? We already knew before the reunion that she wasn't going to be there. But it made no sense. You had her be part of the show. Nima's a glorified friend of. So he's there. Why not? Why wasn't London there? Some people are saying no to Asa coming back. Some are saying yes. Drama says love Asa. Yes. Yes, Asa. Tara says no thanks. All right. I mean, it's a mixed crowd. I'm seeing a lot of no's though. Asa. Ooh. That's not good. Nicole says Asa isn't coming back. Oh, damn. After all that drama, because during this reunion, one of the things that MJ brings up against Reza is that he becomes obsessed with a specific female and then turns on them. Literally turns on them. The only one that he's sort of been connected to throughout all of this is MJ, and even that relationship is shaky. And based on what Reza is saying, the only reason why he's getting rid of the restraining order is not for Tommy. Reza breaks down a few times during this episode. He talks about a couple of different things. The first time he breaks down, matter of fact, let me pull up my pictures. Look, I come prepared with some pictures. This is when he's about to get up. So I captured this photo. Reza's about to get up. Oh, Shay says in my TikTok chat. Blonde says London has nothing to add to the show. I would have liked to see them go back and forth a little bit though. She could have came out part of it. Shay says that love Asa. I want to see how her relationship is with the Jacksons. Well, one of the things that we found out, because you may recall throughout the seasons, Reza talked about having children. Well, they brought that up, and Reza has decided that they no longer want to have kids. All right. Tacky Toya says, does Reza have sinus issues? Based on the way he cries? But he said he didn't want to cry on camera, probably because we were going to talk about him. But you were about to cry. You were about to cry, so it still counts. SY says, Reza is toxic. He dogs MJ out every chance he gets, which is so weird to me. And he made this seem as if it was MJ trying to make him seem like the bad guy. I know a lot of you don't love MJ, but I feel like MJ, in comparison to Reza, is an angel. But he tried to twist this and make it seem make it seem like he was the victim. See, that's where we were talking about him being very toxic. I don't think it's necessarily just Tommy that doesn't want Reza around Shams. And Andy asked a very rude question. I think it's a rude question to ask the group, sort of like putting pressure on MJ. How many of you think that Reza should be able to see Shams? That's not up to them. They're not related. They are not the parents. That was a stupid question. I'm sorry. I know they say there are no stupid questions, but there are. But there are. I didn't like that question at all. Genevieve says they need to go easy on fake tan, hard to watch. I mean, there's a lot of work going on that stage, from filler to Botox to tanning to weave, all of that. Daniel says he is toxic, and MJ is toxic. Nicole says, I mean, I've heard that, but based on what I've seen so far, and I'm still catching up on the past seasons, Reza's not innocent, and maybe that's why they're all around each other, because they're all toxic. But the way Reza tried to spin this and make himself the victim at this reunion, I was like, whoa. Why was Nima there? I like Nima. They brought up Nima once. He's, the whole possibly dating Garcelle. Garcelle, girl, you already got my advice. I said no. Stay away from him. Especially when he's talking about 10 minutes. That's all you're going to get. Maybe a wham bam thank you, ma'am, Garcelle, if you just want to scratch an itch. But other than that, no. Look, no. QK, did you not see when I dropped by Layla Lynn's channel? We do our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I like 3 wicks. I like 3 wicks. I'm like, do I have my candle? No, that candle's done. But I've always loved the 3-wick candle. I hope Karen's candles smell really good, because I will buy them, because I love candles. But I hope that they're, really like all natural candles. Like, that's the thing. I hope they're not just doing like those chemically, Y'all know. Anyways. If you guys just joining us, we're talking about Shahs of Sunset Reunion Part 2, and we will be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Wanted to get to Shahs Part 2. I'm kind of glad Shahs is over. Can we agree? I'm kind of glad Shahs is over. Let me see what you guys are saying in the poll. So according to 110 votes already, do you think that Mike and Paulina will get married? At 71%, all of you said no. 13% said maybe. 16% said yes. I mean, it wouldn't stop him. He's gotten married before and then cheated, and then, the relationship is over. Last week, we found out that Jessica's friends with Gigi and MJ. So she's still around. Paulina is just so, oh, God. Paulina, part of me wants them to, look, let me whisper in the mic. Part of me wants them to break up. It's just like a little bit of ASMR. Have you guys ever watched that before? Sorry, y'all. I'll be serious. Part of me wants them to break up because she's so boring. At least Jessica gave us some entertainment. She gave us some fire back. I'm so bored with Paulina. I'm sorry, Paulina. I know you're watching this. Paulina. Go find you a good man. Like a really good man. According to her, what makes him a good man? Oh, he's helping out with the kids. And that is a good quality to have. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how authentic Mike is. I'm a little. We did not need part 2 of any with Paulina. That was too much. The biggest thing of part 2, we find out that Gigi and MJ's relationship still is rocky. I just think that you two will never be friends. Even though you're both mothers, that don't mean that you're meant to be friends. I don't think any of these people should be friends. R. Patrick says she wants to look like a victim. Belinda says Mike needs to grow up. Angela said, oh, wait, wrong one. Tacky Toy says, somebody think of the children. I don't know. I don't know if I would want Mike around my children, especially when already he showed you untrustworthy behavior. You don't want to have your children build relationships with him and then he's gone. You know what I mean? And you're calling the group. These aren't even your friends. Call your own friends. Paulina, do you not have your own friends? All right. This episode really wasn't about Paulina. It started off with Paulina. The rest of this really had to do with Reza. One of the parts that I don't know if I heard it correctly, but did Reza say that his father right now is nonverbal? Or are they just not talking? I wasn't sure what he was saying. I think he was saying that his father was nonverbal, and then they were talking about Nima and his friendship and his relationship with his own dad. I don't know. It's so hard for me to feel sorry for Reza because it's sort of like, come on, Reza, you're finding any reason for us to feel sorry for you. Every reason for us to feel sorry for you, and we don't. I'm sure someone feels sorry for Reza because, like, I really want to feel sorry for Reza. Reza looks great at the reunion. I'm going to try and find something nice to say. Reza looks great at the reunion. He's lost a lot of weight, especially from the last reunion. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks great. They brought up that issue. Remember at the party where Vita June said that that Paulina needs a butt? Not Paulina. Destiny needs a butt. And then Reza was so happily to bring that information to her. They brought that up. That was a messy situation. And Destiny's so far up Reza's butt, she could not see past the fact that that was not cool for him to bring that to her at the party. Maybe aside, you would tell her after the party, but on camera, I mean, even though it was said on camera, I know what you guys are going to say. It was said on camera. But with that being said, he just seems so happy to bring that information to her. He is a toxic person, Destiny. I know you want to be on the show, but you don't have to suck up to him. Or maybe you do, because they've kept him on the show despite the problematic behavior he displayed last season. Yes, thank you, Diana, for the reminder. Thank you, Team Kempire. We are almost at our goal for Hope for Haiti. Don't forget, we are trying to raise money before September 1st. We already have $4,200. We are trying to get to $5,000 right now, more than ever. All of the representatives that are involved in getting help to Haiti are saying that cash is what is needed right now. I know a lot of you may feel uncomfortable with giving cash because of the things that have happened over the years in regards to these charities, but trust and believe, I vetted out this charity. They've been doing the work in Haiti for a while now. You can find out more information on hopeforhaiti.com. They are on the ground in Haiti right now, and I know they're going to be so excited that we are continuing to remember Haiti and raise money for Haiti. So be sure to click the link and donate what you can. Appreciate you all for doing that already and for supporting and showing all kinds of love. Thank you, Diana, for the reminder. Okay. The color contacts now. Who has color contacts again? Which one has the color contacts? Wait. Marsha says Mike is a cheater for sure. I think that's pretty, consistent. Vita is always right. Vita adds comedy relief. So seeing a flat, why wasn't Vita at the reunion? Maybe because it's a pandemic, but why was she at the reunion? I would have needed Vita to speak up for herself in that particular moment. I would have needed that. Oh, Destiny. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so uncomfortable to watch. Like, some people look good with the color contact because their eyes and their, their facial and their complexion. It stands out. Destiny, that's so 1990s of you. Destiny's contacts. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Mike cheating speech kills me. Yeah, like the whole thing that Mike does in order for us to try and believe that he's not a cheater. He came up with spoof text and then just own it, Mike. Why don't you just become a polygamist? Sidebar. I was watching 90 Day Fiance the other way, which we will be recapping tomorrow here on the channel. If you missed my recap with Up and Adam this morning on his channel, check that out. We had a lot of fun talking about that. We will be doing our recap tomorrow evening, probably around this time. The Other Way, y'all. So good. So good. But while I was watching The Other Way, is it Sister Wives? The first season, I've never seen it. I know what it is, but I've never seen it. It looks so good. It was, just the first few minutes, I was like, oh, I've been missing a lot. Anyways. Lillian says, well, Gigi's looking for a poly, so she should hook up with Mike. You would think, but Mike is so stuck in living probably up to the standards that his parents have set for him, and he knows that they would not accept that probably. So that's probably one of the reasons why he won't do it. So it is what it is. Good for him, though. But good for him. Okay. Anything else that I want to say about Shahs before we move on to Real Housewives of Potomac? Last night we did the Real Housewives of Potomac, but it was a members-only chat. As you know, this will be just for you guys to call in and share your thoughts. We're already at 119 likes. Let's get to 150. I'll drop the call-in link. We've already dropped the call-in link for our Royal Court members. So Royal Court members, head on over to the community tab on the Kempire Daily YouTube page for the link. It should pop up there. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. See you guys. Mike is not good looking, especially this. Like, I don't know what was going on with Mike. I don't know if he's going to the same person that does Paulina's lips, because he was looking, I don't know, it was the makeup, the tan, filler. I don't know. Angela says Mike can't handle that type of relationship, but Polly, yes. Okay. Yes, Janice. Thanks for the reminder. All right. So before I take a couple of callers, guys, don't forget to vote in our poll. I want to know if you guys think that Mike and Paulina will get married. The other thing, be sure to subscribe to our other YouTube channel, Kempire Radio, here on YouTube, and follow me on my social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our texting community. That way you're able to drop me any sort of tea. I've dropped 2 videos. I had to pull out these particular parts from yesterday's live because they were too juicy to get lost in an hour and a half live. One of them had to do with the Reddit situation where Eddie Acefo allegedly unfollowed over 200 big booty models. Shout out to Shantae for bringing that tea. So I had to go look up a Reddit, and then I posted the Reddit in the video. So check that out. And then, of course, Danielle called in yesterday to remind us that she had told us that she knows someone that used to date Juan Dixon. And allegedly, thank you, Hyacinth. I apologize. Thank you for the donation for our Hope for Haiti charity. We appreciate you. So she dropped it.
Hey, Siri.
Siri, mind your business. Sorry, y'all. It is hot again here in New York City. I just want to point this out. It's nice and cool in the studio, but it's hot in New York City. But speaking of hot, so Danielle called yesterday and said that she knows Juan's ex-girlfriend, and allegedly Juan's bored with Robin. I mean, I think we could have told that. But if you missed those videos, I should have linked them in this video, but I'll do that afterwards. Either way, go to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel for those videos so you can hear the hot tea. Anyways, Karen says, hence why Wendy got a BBL. We're all bored with Robin. All right, so a lot of us agreed last night that last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, it was like a filler episode. It was a transition from last week's hot episode to, I guess, next week's hot episode. It was okay, but there were some moments that stood out. One that we forgot to talk about, shout out to my girls, Layla Lynn and Grace Report. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to their channels. We are all on each other's channels doing a Real Housewives of Potomac recap. Escala, finally we get a confessional from her, but we literally forgot to talk about Escala. And I don't know what it is. Escala's bringing the fashion, she's bringing the looks, and every once in a while she'll come out with something. I'm still open to Escala. I'm not turned off by Escala. There's nothing that Escala has done that makes me go, oh, Escala is, get rid of her. Now, Robin, on the other hand, Robin can go. I'm just over Robin. And look, I'm all for, I'm a Taurus, so I am very loyal to my friends. But if my friend is doing something stupid, I'm going to let her defend herself. If she really needs me or he really needs me, then I will jump in. But it seems as if Robin finds every opportunity to jump in. And again, as a reminder, you may recall the tea was at the nude interlude at Wendy's house. Apparently, Giselle didn't like the fact that Wendy interfered when Robin jumped in to defend Giselle then. And they had it out at Ashley's spa party. We didn't get to see that. They edited that out. So there's been some tension between Wendy and Giselle ever since then. And apparently Giselle's that type of person, a grown woman that needs her friends to big her up and defend her because she can't do it for herself. And don't get me wrong, I like Giselle on the show. But like someone called in before and said, we're not getting those iconic moments from Giselle when it comes to like a shady thing. Like Giselle loves to be shady just in her confessionals. She can't be shady or confrontational or have a snap, a clap back that is in person. And I get the same feeling from Mia as well. But Mia gave me life though, because when Mia went to Wendy, she said, "Oh yeah, she called you a weak bitch." I had to rewind. I was like, "She did?" And then when it came up, when Wendy brought it up to Giselle, Mia at least Mia owned it though. She was like, "You did." I gotta make the sound bite for that because I need to be able to press that. And who said that? I'm surprised I didn't do that already. I'm gonna get it. Guys, if you're just joining us, of course, we're doing our weekly mashup from Sunday night's Big Bravo events of Shahs and Sunset Reunion Part 2 and, of course, the Real Housewives of Potomac. As you know, starting on September 12th, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City will be on Sunday nights, which is weird. They've moved this show around so many different times. So more than likely what we will do on Monday evenings is recap the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm hoping that it's a good season, despite, Jen Shah's, money issues, charges, all that stuff. Let me see what you guys are saying. Louise says, Robin really irritated me this episode. You know what? Robin irritated me this episode. However, I do get where she was coming from at the table towards the end of the episode. And she said, the fact that the first thing that came to mind for Wendy when she was retaliating against Robin was about her relationship. When they flashed back to the engagement, and Wendy was doing a bit much. She was doing a bit much when they got engaged. If anything, I'm like, oh my God, that's good. No, Wendy was like, oh my God. She did the spin, y'all. Oh, sorry. She did the spin. I was like, you were doing too much. You were doing too much. That's why it's so hard to defend and have Wendy's back, because there's something inauthentic and insecure about Wendy. But I can't have Robin's back. Robin, exactly. Moves not the spin. The spin. Exactly. Wendy acted like she was proposed to. Like even watching that back, I was like, yeah, you were doing too much. So I get where Robin's coming from. Like you were the big, like we barely know each other, and you were acting so excited about my engagement. But the first thing when we have an argument, you say, "Oh, you're non-relationship," even though all of us have said it. All of us have said it. But I get where she's coming from. She felt attacked. But I don't know, Robin, why you feel the need to jump in every battle with having to do with Giselle. Why? Robin has already disliked the video. It's all right, Robin. I'm glad you're watching, though. Thank you for the view. Guys, let's get to 150 likes, and I will drop the call-in link. I'm going to take some callers now. Shout out to our Royal Court members. I appreciate your support of the channel and everything that we're doing here. Don't forget, you get daily and consistent content, including under 15 seconds and under a minute, hot topics, reality TV recaps, all of that. So be sure to check out my shorts here and follow me on my social media. Hey, TikTok, what's going on? SS says, why didn't own up to, wait, why didn't she own up? She told Ashley to bring up Wendy's situation. Good point. Giselle she's referring to, right? SS. Giselle made it seem like it was Ashley's fault that brought it up. Even though they had a conversation, they agreed that Ashley should be the one to bring it to her. They both were having the conversation. So, Giselle, you're not innocent. You're not innocent. All right. Lonnie, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. Hold on. Lonnie, before I do that, let me drop the call-in link. Because we reached 150 likes. Let's keep liking y'all and keep sharing. Be sure to share on your Twitter, your Instagram, all of that. And subscribe to the channel. All right. Let me just drop this. And okay. And there we go. And let me pin it. I'm going to bring up Lonnie. What's going on, Lonnie?
Hey, happy Monday.
Oh, damn. I forgot it's Monday. I've just been on the go.
I don't know. It's feeling like a Friday right now. I've been like watching like recaps and stuff like that, drinking my Truly. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Thoughts on Shahs. I know you have thoughts on Shahs.
Yeah, I do have thoughts on Shahs. Like, I don't think that. And I know, like, after they filmed, like, how they went backstage, like, after the reunion was, like, done and over with.
Yeah.
MJ, you know, going back, talking to Reza. I just don't think that they're going to get back to where they think that they're going to get or try to get back to.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Destiny, I don't like the contacts. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but she reminded me of Goldie Hawn in the movie Death Becomes Her.
What? Oh my gosh. That looks so familiar. She really, I know everyone in chat's going to be like, yes, that.
So like, she just reminded me, I'm just like, the eyes like scare me. I'm like, that, it reminds me of that movie.
You're right. Wow.
Paulina, that whole situation with her being engaged, I'm just like, I don't see Mike changing. I don't. I mean, I just don't. I mean, that whole situation, I don't even know what to say about that. It's just all kinds of just messed up.
He literally said last week he has to suppress it. Like, I was like, oh, don't, Paulina, run. He said, if you have to suppress something, that says to me that, oh, it can just come up at any time.
Yeah, and you're always going to be, you know, tempted, you know, and a huge part of that is his ego, like him wanting to still feel like he has it. And, you know, he's also trying to suppress his ego. It's not even just about like the sexual part. It's him trying to suppress his ego of wanting, because it is, like he said, if for him, it's about the chase, like knowing that he could still get any girl that he wants. So I don't really see, I think she's going to be in the same situation that Jess was in.
Oh, damn. Well, she hasn't learned her lesson. She has not learned her lesson at all. Like, you could tell like she's just an insecure woman. It's just like, come on, girl. More for yourself. And stop texting his friends.
Yeah, and I would think that she would be stronger than that, considering that she has kids, and like your kids got to come first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not put up with that, because your kids are going to see that, and this is a man that you live with. So it's just it's a bad situation. So I think that a hard head makes for a soft behind.
Wow.
That's what my mom always used to say.
Yeah.
So, but I was surprised that Reza said that he did not want children.
Right? That was weird.
Yeah, I mean, although I think it was more Adam that was really on 100 at wanting kids, Reza kind of made his way up to wanting kids also, because Adam was really the force that wanted kids. But to hear Reza say nope, it's nope, it's a definite negative. We're not having them. Absolutely not.
Do you think that means the relationship? Do you think that means the relationship is going to be over between him and Adam? Because if Adam really wanted kids and Reza's denying him that.
It could be, but it could not be. You know what I mean? Because they really didn't show their relationship really on TV this season. So I don't know what those conversations. have been in regards to them saying like, okay, we're not going to have kids. Let's just leave our life the way that it is or whatnot. And who knows? I do think that him not being able to see MJ's son also had an effect on that too. So
you would think that would make him more make him more want to have his own.
You would, but with Reza, I don't think so.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, something that's going to take attention away from me.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I'm interested to know, like, if, like, what next season will bring if they are going to film again.
Do you want another season?
If they do a cast shakeup, yeah, they need a cast.
What would that cast shakeup look like for you?
I would definitely say get rid of Destiny. She's just non-existent to me. She doesn't bring anything. I would definitely say keep Gigi because she does bring out Loch Nessa at certain times, which is quite interesting.
Like the reunion.
Yeah, exactly. I would say get rid of Shervin. Not Shervin. What's his face? The one
Shervin, how dare you?
I know. I can't. I could just look at Shervin. He doesn't even need to do anything. I just want to look at Shervin.
You mean
the other one with the teeth. Nema, yes. See, he's not that important. I can't even think of your name. So get rid of him. And I would say keep Reza just because he's messy. MJ, I can give or take.
Oh, okay.
But they definitely need some new blood. Mike, I can give or take. It's the same storyline, Mike. You can't keep your thing in your pants. You're literally the Dirk Diggler of Shahs.
Oh, unless he's caught out there cheating again, then I need him to come back.
Yeah, which he will be.
He will be coming
or
back.
he'll say it's spoof texting.
Moving on to the Real Housewives of Potomac. What were your thoughts on last night's episode? Because you didn't call in last night, right?
No, it was my mom's birthday. So
happy birthday to your mom!
Birthday. Thank you. They are a week apart, so I was the whole family was. I was exhausted. I went to bed.
I don't blame you. I could have went to bed.
I was like, I'm done for the day. But I did watch the recaps and stuff. But I want to say with one thing that Shantae said yesterday, that her bringing Jamal, because mind you, Giselle's been on for a very long time, never had a situation where she had Jamal on the show. And her bringing Jamal on the show, I do agree that she wanted to bring Jamal on the show to embarrass him and to make him look bad. You know, like she wanted him to feel the same kind of embarrassment and pain that she felt. Like, I agree with what she said.
Even after all these years?
I think absolutely. Even after all these years. And
even though this is the father of her children?
Yes. She's still butthurt. She's still butthurt. And
why would he agree to do it though?
But you know what? Maybe he went into it being very smart because it turned back on her. Because it didn't make him look like the bad. Here he is being supportive. The kids have a part in the restaurant. And here she is, like, everyone's making fun of her for him living in the phone.
Oh.
And she ends up looking terrible. So he ended up double downing on her looking bad. Yes, exactly. It's like Jamal, everyone's like, where's Jamal? Jamal's like literally the new Waldo.
When is there any problem Nigerian scammers hush puppy and I can't with y'all right now.
But I really think it turns on her and it made her look like thirsty. So he ended up embarrassing her again because, you know, Jamal did not give what she was hoping for the show for him to look bad. So, you know, it just did not work. Now, Jamal's got his skeletons and stuff, but it did not play out the way that she wanted it to play out on the show. And as far as like the IG girls with Eddie, I think a lot of people follow those kind of girls on Instagram.
Okay. St. J, he said the same thing last night.
Yes, exactly. So, I was taking notes while watching like recaps and stuff. You know, because that's what I think IG is for. I stopped being on IG a long time ago, but I do find it interesting. And I think, you know, him unfollowing them is definitely a conversation that him and Wendy had, that he can't be like following those type of women. And if it were my husband, you ain't following any of those women.
Like, because you brought this up, I wanted to, because I posted the video, but I also wanted to post what I found on Reddit in regards to the whole Eddie.
Mm.
So this is what was posted on Reddit, and a person, because the internet is always watching. If you're going to go on a reality show, you cannot have this kind of stuff up there.
Yeah.
But damn, 200 exactly. Sugar says 200 though. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Maybe they should do a crossover. Eddie and Mike could probably get together.
Oh my god! And Michael. Speaking of Michael Darby is trying to be good this season.
Yeah, that's because he doesn't want airtime. That's why. We just don't see him on camera. That's why. Ashley's like, no, you're gonna stay right in the cut. You'll do a high and by with the kids, and that'll be your film time, and then that is it. But he's coming up with an argument with, I don't know who he's arguing with because it doesn't really show, but I think it's with Candace's husband, Chris.
It is. They have another moment. They have another moment.
Yeah. But and also what Danielle said, I am not surprised that Robin's bad in bed. I'm not surprised. I mean, quite frankly, if she wanted to get better, all she has to do is like watch a porn movie and learn some tricks of the trade. That's how most women learn. Well, some women learn. I mean, just watch and then do it in the bedroom. But she seemed like she could be like bored. She doesn't even want to get out of bed, and I don't think that's seasonal. I think it's just because.
I mean, that's not sexy.
That's not sexy, and she is kind of like corny. I mean, we've seen her be corny on the show.
Literally this episode.
Yeah, so I'm just like, maybe she just needs to go to, watch a porn or something. Maybe they can watch it together and she can, do what they do in the video to Juan, and maybe he won't be looking at others and dating other women.
Oh my
God. And Ashley is very good in the group dynamic. I did hear that yesterday. She is good in a group dynamic because she does, like to stir the pot. She knows her position. She knows her role. But outside of that, she's just very basic to me.
Especially this season. I'm like,
yeah, it's just like, it's still, basic. I get it. She just had a baby, but she still drops,
bombs
some
and then
drama.
run.
And I think she's gonna bring some more this season, so we'll see about that. And Karen, I don't know why she was promoting her candle. There was only like 5 people there at the ceremony. Like, who was she promoting it to? Was it like
the audience? She knows
it's being filmed. TV?
She knows it's being filmed.
On public access TV for the township?
No, she knows it's being filmed for the show.
I'm sorry. I'll still.
That wasn't for
getting my DW candles. They are the best. I will still be going to Home Goods to get my candles. Thank you.
That was not for Suri. That was for us. All right, let me get you some more calls, Lonnie. As always, I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, hon.
Bye. All right, Bernice, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Bernice?
Hey, Kempire. Reza. How can I say this right? He's a punk ass.
Oh, what? He's a what?
He's a punk ass. I'm sorry. Because he always had beef with females. I have no respect for a man who always get beef with females. I mean, something ain't right with you.
Okay.
Something ain't right with you. And he get obsessive with his beef with the females, like he wants to destroy them. And then once he gets finished, he say, well, I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? No, it don't work like that. And then MJ, I don't know what is this obsession that she has to be friends with him. He wouldn't be around my grandmama. I'm sorry. Let alone my child. And I don't blame her husband. She better wake up because she's married to a manly man who take his role being a husband and being a father and being a provider very seriously.
Yeah.
And with her antics, she gonna drive that man away, and he gonna leave out there with that baby.
I believe that too, especially because what we saw this season with her showing off her boobies to her friends because she was mad at him. I was like,
exactly.
Like, grow up.
Really? You're not 16, boo. You're 30 something. Almost 40 if you're not 40.
I think she's in her 40s.
Okay, you in your 40s and you acting like you're 13. Ooh, I'm mad at my boyfriend. I'm gonna flash my boobs at the football team. Ooh, really?
I can't.
I mean, come on now, really? And Destiny, that beautiful women. I don't know what it's.
I can't hear you.
I said Destiny. She's a
No,
beautiful
I really I can't hear. All it sounds really muffled now.
makeup.
No, not any better.
Can you hear me
I
now?
don't know what's going on, Bernice. I'm gonna have to drop you. Yeah, Bernice, try calling back in. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it went from loud and clear to muffled. All right, Mel, New York City, Mel, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Eyes okay, eyes okay.
Uh-uh. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on anything? Real Housewives of Potomac or Shahs?
Oh, live? No, I'm joking. No, with the Real Housewives of Potomac, you know what? I usually call in and talk about Candace. I love Miss Candace all the time, every day, all the time. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But you know what? I'm going to talk about Ashley, surprisingly, because, um, oh my gosh, she's really annoying to me this season. Not because she's creating life. I actually love her family. I love how beautiful her children is. I pray for the kids because I say God help them if they turn out to be like the mother or the father. But come on now, listen. I ain't pulling up punches this Monday because you know what?
Oh my God.
I know you don't get this side of me, but yeah, no, I think. Come on now. That's right. I think that you know what? I hope that Ashley and Michael work on themselves deep, because it feels like to me they created a family before they did the work on themselves or their marriage. It's just like very weird how fast that those kids came into the world. So I'm praying that they step up and that they make healthy children and healthy families. The children are beautiful, but the
Yeah,
parents are very complicated. And
very complicated. That's an understatement.
I think so. And then, but then she said understatement last night. She said, "Oh, something about he has something." And I said, "Girl, that was the understatement of the century. This man is he's a predator, basically, you know." So but then also she does these. They first put out this program of the behind the scenes. I guess all the girls do interviews of the after show. So I love this. So Potomac is doing it now too.
Mhm.
And she was like, "No, I think I was supposed to be the one and give the information to Wendy." I'm thinking, what universe? I think that for me, it felt she wasn't a part. She's not a part of this season. I mean, whether the girls, the friendships, they're trying to include her, but she's not really engaged with the new girls. She's not engaged. She's trying with Candace. I mean, we can see in the reunion, she's going. Well, I can't really go too deep, but listen, it's not after dark. I was going to say her panties are probably getting wet because she could fight with Candace again. Listen, I'm being a little uncensored right now, but yeah, I think that my thing is that Ashley is for me don't like Candace. The only person she can try in the group is Candace. So that's just what's going to happen, and I'm disappointed that Candace would take the bait in a way. I'm not sure how deep would it go, and also Michael too. I mean, this is the thing that I want to say, Kempire, with Ashley and with Michael, and so I can really put the point together. They always had the reunion say, "I'm not bothered by the cast. I'm not bothered by anybody. But we speak our truths. I don't care about your opinion about us." But every time they interact with people who may have said some observations about their lives, about the things, they end up sort of nudging them, triggering them, doing things to them. If that man, Candace's husband, who I love, is a wonderful guy, and you know they don't have perfect marriage. Well, listen, you know what? It's my opinion, my opinion. But so the thing is, the man he ain't bothering nobody. Basically, he like you and I, we just chill,
Oh,
brothers. He,
oh, did he not? I know one person he bothered.
oh Lord, okay, you talking about Adam?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. We ain't gonna go there again. I want to take this show. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But with Michael, I think that Michael and those two guys, he's the more toxic one. You know, and I just think that if you're sitting at a wedding, minding your business, how in the hell are you going to come up with a fight issue again? It's because you look for that. I think that Ashley and Michael look for those opportunities, and I wish so hard I can talk to one of them and said, listen, whenever you get around them, do not be engaging with Michael and Ashley. They're looking for opportunities to fight with you. It's I feel that way. I really do. I'm all over the map right now, but that's just a little venting I had to do. Again, loving the fundraiser, and I hope that you have a wonderful week and you're working hard. It doesn't go unnoticed. You know, I know that we vent sometimes we get up here, but you know, you're doing a good job, and I just thank you for these opportunities to vent.
Thank you, thank you so much, Mel, for calling in.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we're gonna take some more callers. Rasani, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Rasani?
Hey, Kim, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. StreamYard isn't behaving badly today.
Oh, Lord. What are your
Okay.
thoughts while it's working?
Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna comment on both. Shahs first. I didn't actually remember that there was a second part to the reunion. I thought we were all wrapped up with Shahs until you said it on the replay on the live last night. I'm like, oh yeah, I thought it was done. But either which way.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny can go. Those colored contacts were ridiculous. Someone said in the chat that it reminded them of Goldie Hawn in Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
100%. I don't mind Nima. He's not like really bringing the flair, but I'm not bothered by Nima. In your poll, I think this is just my interpretation. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me in the chat. I think people think that you're asking if we think they should get married or if they are. I voted that they are going to get married because realistically, I think Paulina's just really there for the fame.
It feels like that.
She's there for the spotlight. No, I don't want to. Yeah, okay, Paulina, you can go. And honestly, my feeling, I think Mike is still in love with Jessica, and I think he'd want to be back with Jessica.
Whoa.
That's my thought. Because I mean, Paulina, she's just so. Yes, I know that men like submissive women, but they also like a woman with a little flair. Paulina doesn't seem to give me that. She's like boring.
Right. Jessica kind of gave a little bit of both.
Yeah, she's submissive. Do what I'm supposed. But if you act out, I'm gonna go. No, you're wrong. Oh Lord. Gigi can stay. I like to see her little growth as a mom. I do understand her concerns as far as being a mother and Elijah when he gets older. And, we see it all the time with kids that have been adopted. They're always searching for that piece of them that's missing. And I think even with Andy, I think that's going to happen with Andy and Gigi. When their kids get older, I'm hoping that they have a plan in place to navigate that when it comes. But, just give your kids as much love as possible. Reza, I'm sorry to hear about his dad. We all know that Reza is toxic. He is. I don't necessarily think that his reason for not wanting to have a baby is really legitimate. Because realistically, parenting doesn't come with a handbook. Every child is different. We just have to take it day by day, sometimes second by second, because sometimes they want to make you jump off the building, and you do the best that you can. All of us come out with scars from our childhood that we try to get over, and that's fine. You know what went wrong with your mother and father, you just try to navigate away from something like that. But your kid's going to get scarred anyway. Now I could have more understanding, I can speak for me personally. I love my daughter to death. With the way things are in the world right now, it makes me feel a little bit regretful to have her. No. It's not anything.
No, I know what you mean.
It's like, what have I brought you into?
Yeah.
So I could understand him navigating that was I wouldn't want to bring a child into a situation with what the world is right now. Him and MJ, I think Femtera read it in the cards that she doesn't really want him to see Shams. I 100% agree with that. And Reza likes to behave like he's a victim. You're cheating rumors with Adam. Yes, that's floating around, whatever. But you don't go on national TV and say the reason you almost died was because you had 10 abortions.
He's lucky that she's even speaking to him.
I think I think how MJ is like what a lot of women are in a relationship. When we have invested so much time in the relationship, it's hard to let that go. And if you've invested 30 years, it's kind of hard to let that go. But I think if they stop filming, him and MJ will never be friends again. Period, point blank. Because she would move past it and she would be okay.
Yeah.
On to
Rasani, you were taking up a lot of time. There are other people on the line that would like to share, and you went through the entire cast of Shahs.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I just want to be fair to everyone else.
Okay, I'm gonna go. We will discuss Potomac at another time.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.
Guys, I want to be able to get to all of the callers. So callers that are about to come up. Quick thoughts. Well, I don't think Twan Don watches Shahs, right, Twan?
You got that right, so it will be quick with me.
You gotta shake Shahs like that.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that was a show. I thought that was a commercial. But anyways, I just want to get straight to the point. I love listening to everybody's opinions. Sometimes I just try to find a way. How do they formulate that opinion in their heads? Because when someone is walking away from you and somebody follows you, you are the aggressor. So I don't understand how Ashley is trying to find a moment with Candace when Candace is actually following her into a kitchen to approach her, insult her, and then we continue to. Nobody's saying nothing about the body shaming that she just did this past episode, and I think that was so ridiculous. And I hope when she do have a child, Ashley gonna be mature enough not to do it to her. But if she wind up gaining some like out of this world weight when she have her first child, if God bless her with that opportunity, I pray to God she understand how it feels to be a mother finally, and then just apologize for all the things she continued to do to Ashley. I don't see Ashley having an issue with Candace. Candace is stuck on her. And I've seen this throughout, and I'm about to bring up something that's going to sound very petty, but I've seen that throughout my childhood. Now, as an adult, I see it, but not as harsh as I saw as a kid. Candace have not grown up yet. And it's so beyond me that people like this girl and this personality. I don't understand that. I question a lot of people who like certain people who share some crazy type of personality. Like I even some of my friends who's like team Portia or team Candace or team Giselle, I'll be sitting up here like, I gotta be careful around you, because if you like this behavior, this ain't gonna float too much with me, because if you know how I am, I don't roll like that, But Candace, I really do think she is an aggressor. She definitely needs some therapy. And Robin, switching gears, you know how I feel about them, and I'm not making fun about my lesbians out here, but I really seriously think her and Giselle has something crazy going on with each other, and that's probably why she's so bored with Juan in the bedroom, because she's missing Giselle. Who knows? Look, if you think about it, pay attention to the episode. She is escorting her up the stairs. Why can't Giselle go upstairs by herself? That face. But she's always going everywhere she go. Remember when they first got in the house and she's like, "Oh, Robert, our balconies connect." I felt like she was giving us a clue to say, what's gonna happen at night. We ain't gotta walk the hallways. We can sneak out on the balcony, come to each other's rooms. Like, I don't know. I read between lines, and maybe it's some blurred lines, but I'm reading between them. Robin, I pray to God Bravo just bring her back as a friend to the show, if that. I'm excited to see us. Yeah, she's very much a stud. Listen, I'll be reading these comments too, y'all. But no, I really think a Skylar, I love her for the show because she brings a level of class that people don't really pay attention to, because everybody want to see drama. I get it. But can we tone it down a little bit and add a little bit more class? And I love how she is not afraid to speak up when given the opportunity to do so. She's finding her voice, but she's not coming in like Wendy did, or Ham, and having a major opinion. She's sitting back and she's watching the group and forming her own opinion, because Robin and Giselle probably already got to that girl here, but she said, "Nah, sis, I'm going to pay attention to this group." And I love how she sat there and said with Wendy, this girl is totally different when she's not around Giselle. and I'm loving a scholar for that. Last but not
I think
least,
I just want to.
my
I
girl
think I just
me.
want to get a little bit more of a scholar's personality because I feel like we don't get enough of that. I know she's a friend of, so we're not going to really see her family, but I still feel like we don't know who she is.
No worries. I think in time, if given the opportunity, we'll see that. I'm not desperate to see that because I really want to see all the other stuff. But I love that she sits there. She's a beautiful prop. That's what we need, because that was like Cynthia of Atlanta Housewives. And Cynthia was just that prop, that big, gorgeous hair that she always wore, the
But Cynthia
cheekbones.
gave us some good confessionals. Look, don't sleep on Cynthia and her
Oh
confessionals.
no, I'm not sleeping on her. I'm wide awake, like Dayquil. But last but not least,
Dayquil.
Mia. I love how my Mia did what she did because, like I said last time, I am all the way for her because well, not all the way. I am for her because she's not on either side. She's right. She's straddling that fence. She's like, nope, you did it, And I love that she did add that 2 cents in there, talking about what she said, weak ass bitch. Because regardless if she said weak ass bitch or what she actually said, it actually still says the same thing. If you're not strong, a weak bitch is somebody that can't hold their own and sit there all quiet. But they're saying that she's not strong enough, which is still a form of weak, then you don't need to be around here. I mean, I don't know. I love the antics that she did. I love that she added that because it added more flavor to it. And Mia just continued to show me, who she really is, and I enjoy it. I really want her to like remember her age though, because I'm giving her a hard 58. But that's y'all have a good one.
Next one. I can't. All right, guys. We're almost at 200 likes. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. Every Monday, we do a Shahs the Sunset and Real Housewives of Potomac recap here on the channel. But of course, this is the last episode of Shahs the Sunset Reunion Part 2. So next week, it will just be an open chat for the Real Housewives of Potomac and any other news show that I'm watching. As you know, maybe we'll mix in 90 Day Fiance. We shall see. But tomorrow we will be doing our 90 Day Fiance The Other Way recap here on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that we have happening on these YouTube streets. All right, I'm gonna take one more caller, guys. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that donated to the Hope for Haiti fundraiser that we're doing here on the channel. Let's get to 5,000. We're so close. Just hit that little donate button. It's right between the emoji and the poll button. Well, I guess you guys don't have a poll button on your side. Click the heart emoji thingy. I don't know what that it looks like. Donate what you can. I appreciate everyone that's donated already. All right, I'm gonna take one more caller. KY, or Kai maybe. Kai.
Hi, yes, nickname Kai. So I guess I will do like one quick synopsis on Shahs and one on RHOP. On Shahs the Sunset, it confuses me why so many people have such visceral negative reaction for MJ. I don't know for me personally if it's a body thing because she has always been the biggest woman on the show. Because for me personally, I was watching Gigi had an interview with, I think, with Zach Peterson, and she was talking about why Reza called the law on Tommy, which, to each their own, like Candace called the law, each their own, I'm fine with that. But it confuses me why she says, like, we weren't raised like that. When I'm like, Gigi, you have been the person all of these years to pull knives out on people and to claw people in the face. The only time you stopped is when you were ready to have a baby. So that confuses me. It also confuses me with the whole Reza. I don't think Reza is genuine when it comes to his relationship with MJ. And I get why there would be hesitation, because the thing is not like he's trying to repair his relationship with MJ just for the sake of repairing the relationship. It's because he wants to be in Sham's life. So it feels like there is a clear end goal that does not necessarily involve you knowing that you did something wrong and just wanting to atone for that period.
Yeah.
Because you can work on your relationship with MJ and just be okay with maybe you're never going to have that relationship with baby Shams.
Yeah.
But it seems like he constantly is saying he's getting punished, and Gigi says the same thing. He's being punished by not being allowed to see baby Shams.
Yeah.
I mean, just not that long ago when you talked about this on abortion. And it's understandable why a woman and her husband would be trepidatious about you being in their baby's lives when you couldn't even be there for the traumatic birth. because supposedly your husband was having naked Jenga. And it's weird to me because the person who started the rumor, who was there, was a person who was more friendly with Adam than he was with MJ. Adam is the one who brought, I think, what's his name? Reza. I forget his name, but Adam was the one who brought him into the group. It wasn't MJ. So
yeah.
That's my little thing. I think Reza was very manipulative when he all of a sudden started crying and he couldn't really speak about why he decided not to have children anymore. Like, oh, I see what I do to people. But then Gigi says he's working on himself. I don't know. That confuses me. And RHOP, okay, I like Candace. And it's interesting that people say she's not grown up. Well, she's the youngest one in the cast. And for me personally, she has an issue with Ashley because Candace can be vicious with the mouth, but Candace has always done it more so when someone has said something to her. Ashley has been the one to dig into people's finances. Ashley has been the one to tell people that you had a miscarriage because you were a drunk. That is the things that Ashley has said, which is the reason why Candace has always had an issue with Ashley, because Ashley just goes out and says those kinds of things. And for me personally, it's like, it's not that Ashley is this changed person, it's that she's using her children as a prop. We all know those children are paychecks for her and a wall to protect her from anyone critiquing her on the show. Because anytime she's on the after show, now she's either pregnant or bouncing a baby on her lap. Where is the nanny? Where is the nanny? I'm just asking. And I think it's the fact that Candace really only goes after Ashley because, as she said, I think in one interview, it's just kind of like, your husband's a creep. And it is even interesting for me that Karen would be close to Ashley, as Karen is a survivor. And you have seen this man accost people on tape. That is why Candace is like, I can't mess with you. She's been able to work with everyone. She even now calls Karen a friend / coworker, but Ashley's just a dead zone for her. And I think that's understandable because for me personally, if I was in a friend group, I wouldn't know how I would address a friend who has a husband who seems to constantly be disrespecting them and then also be disrespectful to other people and violating people. I don't know how I would personally handle that. So in this work situation where you are forced to, I don't know what people want her to say to Ashley.
Okay. All right,
Those are
Kai.
my thoughts.
And I appreciate how concise they were. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for your time.
Bye. All right, guys. That's it. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to everyone that donated to our Hope for Haiti charity. We are still raising money. We are trying to get to $5,000 before the end of the month. And tomorrow's the last day of the month. We will be going live tomorrow to do a recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. If you have not watched it, if you've not gotten into it, or if you've checked out a 90 Day, check back in because The Other Way is so good. Shantae, have you watched? All right, guys, don't forget to like this video. We're already over 200 likes. If you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like and be sure to follow me on all my social media. Everything's available in the description of this video. Thanks to everyone that called in, everyone that donated. Shout out to my mods. And thank you to everyone that was a part of the conversation in the chat. Every once in a while, if you're wondering where I'm looking at a monitor with the chat open so I can see what you were saying because it's too much for me to turn this way. So this is a little bit easier. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel because you're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys not till tomorrow. I'm done for the day. I need to go eat. Haven't eaten. I know. Stop judging me.